Well, good morning. I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee, and I'm here with my co-host, my lovely co-host, Charlene Chamberlain. Char, good morning.
Good morning, Keith. How are you this morning?
I'm doing good. We're just
starting the week off. It's Monday.
And we're looking forward to spring coming next week, hopefully. No more snow.
Where's the pink tie?
I already did it. You know what? I'll wear it again Friday to kind of.
Oh, good. Somebody needs to do something.
You know what?
This is crazy.
Well, they said that the snow, whatever we're going to get for the next couple days, and then it's done. And then I'm going to wear my pink tie, and it's done.
You need to bring that pink tie and tie it to one of our cameras so we can look at it every day. It'll be like our spring talisman.
I should. So what we got going on today?
Well, we have another very special guest, because every guest is special on our show.
Absolutely.
And it's a dear friend of mine who I haven't seen in a long time. I'm so happy to have her here with us. I'm happy she was able to take the time to be on Morning Coffee. Her name's Patty Jo Schaffer. And Patty's been in the early childhood field for over 33 years. She's a mentor, a consultant, a director, a teacher, and an advocate. Welcome, Patty.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here on Morning Coffee.
Thank you.
So, what have you been up to since we last spoke?
Well, I am a vice president for an area, really wonderful area hospital.
Great.
And oversee some child development centers with a lot of wonderful children and wonderful staff.
Good.
So I'm doing that and speaking when I get a chance to area businesses as well as child development centers about any topic that they're interested in the early childhood field, or businesses that feel that their employees need like a morale boost to get in there and do some fun things with them.
Let's talk about the early childhood lectures or speaking engagements that you do.
Right.
Walk us through exactly what happens if why would I need you? Why would my school or my organization want to bring you in?
There's various topics. It could be that they're interested in curriculum. It could be that there's some health and safety issues that they might be interested in. There's a big thing with businesses right now. Obviously, competition is big in any business at this point. With the way the economy is. And the big thing is employers really need to be concerned about morale. Because if you can get your employees really behind you and motivated, obviously it impacts the bottom line.
And they're going to stay.
Yeah,
so it's retention, right?
Exactly, it's retention. It's a big marketing. If you can get your employees out there talking about your business and how wonderful it is, and like one person talking about a business, good or bad, impacts 10 more.
Oh my gosh, it's like whisper down the lane.
Exactly.
He said, she said.
So you got to get employees that are motivated. You have to get them to have ownership about their own morale and get them to take care of themselves outside of the business.
Self-care is very important.
And stop blaming the employer for how they should feel. Stop saying to the employer, you are responsible for my happiness. You're responsible for how I feel every day. So how do we address that to get them to own their own feelings? So we just get them to do some self-evaluation activities.
Such as?
It's kind of
a questionnaire.
Yeah, we do questionnaires. We do some activities where they're actually up and moving.
Oh, like dancing?
Dancing. We kind of get out of the box activities that make them sometimes a little uncomfortable, but you need to do that in order to get them to really self-evaluate themselves. And even managers, sometimes managers kind of need to get out of the suit a little bit. And there you go. He came ready. Saying he kind of, somebody told him. So And I think employers appreciate it because I think they're used to getting the blame all the time. If an employee. We love it if an employee comes in the office and says, I have a problem, but I have a solution too. That doesn't happen as often.
No.
So I started with the early childhood field because that's what I did. And then expanded it out to employees too, and big employees. So it's been working really, really well, and I've gotten a lot of really good feedback on that.
So how long is your program? Is it an hour, 2 hours, a half a day?
I've done it from 45 minutes. I think my longest has been about 3 hours.
3 hours?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we take some breaks in between there. We break into small groups. Sometimes we do a large group.
Different things. I have a question. Is the owner present? when you do that?
Oh,
We try to have the owner or CEO or managers definitely, involved
Well,
in
the
it.
reason why I ask that is because I find that, when growing a business, like we'll pick Wawa. At some point, the owner of Wawa said, I can't make hoagies anymore. I have to grow this business, so now you have to put people in place.
Absolutely.
And I think that, I hate to use the word recession because I just think it's money shifting. It's not,
Yeah. Right,
but,
sure.
but I think when that happens, that, some owners lose sight of their business.
Absolutely.
So when you're coaching or you're coming in and pumping the folks up, I think that it's always, I would like to see an owner there.
Absolutely.
Only because I think that they need to get retouched with their
Reintroduced.
Absolutely.
to where they started.
Yeah.
Well, exactly, and I think the employees that they're still cared about.
Yeah.
I think exactly what you're saying. You get too far out. You're here, they're down there, and it's kind of like they don't care about us anymore.
Right.
And I think bringing in programs like this and then leaving them activities to constantly check in with employees.
Right.
And then coming back, like having me come back a year later,
Well, I think it's
and
all,
saying, okay, what have you done with it now?
It's
Where are you feeling about it now?
It sounds like it's really all about opening or reopening up the lines of communication between the employees and management or their bosses or their owners, and keeping those lines of communication open.
Right.
And you're giving them tools and ways to do that. So many employers are afraid to even go to their boss with a problem because they're afraid that what is the boss going to think of me, or I'm going to get fired if I report this, or if I have a problem with this, or if I need time off, I'll lose seniority. So
Right.
I think that what you're also doing is probably affording a comfortability level between the employees and management.
Exactly, and the other side of it is giving the employer support, because employees, I think, lose sight of that they are still responsible for their own happiness, and that's why I do one of them that's called How to Fill Your Joy Tank.
Yes.
And I do that based on some of my own life experiences that I've had, and that's what kind of brought me to going out and speaking.
I think we need to go to commercial break first and come back and find out about the Joy Tank.
For seniors age 62 and over, People Inc. offers safe, maintenance-free apartments across Western New York. The affordable rent is income-based. For more information, call People Inc. Senior Living at 817-9090.
Looking for a cooking oil with a light flavor and reduced absorption so food preserves its natural flavor? One with a high smoke point for stir-frying, sautéing, grilling, and baking? Then choose all-natural Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil, imported from France. Grapes have been a key ingredient of the healthy Mediterranean diet for years. Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil is the chef's choice for high-heat cooking, grilling, stir-frying, sautéing, or even deep frying. And Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil is great for baking too, because its delicate taste does not overwhelm the flavor of cakes, cookies, and other favorite recipes. A key traditional ingredient of the Mediterranean, grapeseed oil is a rich source of vitamin E antioxidant and naturally gluten-free. Buy imported Pompeian 100% grapeseed oil today and find great recipes at Pompeian.com.
Wait, don't let this happen to you. At Jan Fence, we're family owned and operated for over 50 years, providing a wide choice of fencing. Why wait online at the big box store? Just call Jan Fence. Ask about our Easy Fence to Go products by Active Yards, the first truly do-it-yourself fence product.
At Jan Fence, we always do what we say. Come see us today.
Step into an extraordinary world that will excite your senses. Experience our delectable Mughlai cuisine and the magic of tandoori savoir-faire. Let our international award-winning team delight you with a taste of heaven. Enjoy our mouth-watering flavors and our unique flair for excellence. Savor the elegance of fine dining and catering. Shazam Restaurant. Indulge your taste buds.
And we're back. Excuse me, I'm Keith Reynolds.
Patty's tickling him.
Yes, I am the host of Morning Coffee. I'm here with my lovely host, Charlene Chamberlain, and our lovely guest. I'm going to brutalize.
Patty Jo.
No, I'm going to brutalize the last name. Patty Jo Schaffer.
Yes.
And she's not Irish though, ladies.
No, no.
I don't know what gave that away.
So, Patty, before the break, we were talking about, what'd you call it, your juice?
How to enjoy your filter, your joy tank.
Your joy tank.
Your juice tank.
And every one of us have this, right?
Yes, we all have it.
Joy tank.
Yes.
Okay.
Right here.
So,
It's there. It's
Okay.
deep. For a lot of people, it's way down there and they don't know how to do it. Children, passion of my life, know how to use it every day.
Well, they're still innocent,
They,
and they haven't been touched by the craziness of the world.
Right.
So,
They
That's right.
haven't.
you
They
know,
haven't
That's
had
right.
a lot of people saying to them,
They
"You're fine. You're
can't.
fine. You're fine."
Or they
You know,
can't.
Stop it. Shh. You know,
Yeah.
stop. So I deal with hundreds of them every day, and they're precious.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a granddaughter that is 15 months old, and
She's
she
adorable.
is precious, and knows how to fill her joy tank every day. But adults, unfortunately,
no.
No.
don't fill it a lot, and they look for others. They look for everybody else to do it for
Yeah,
them
it's validation.
instead of having to do it for themselves. So I.
That's interesting. It is, you're absolutely right. We
Do
did.
you feel that way?
Sometimes.
I think I sometimes do, but I'm pretty upbeat most of the time. So
Yeah.
I choose
I would-
joy in the morning when I get up. I don't choose the dark side.
No, you know what? I think I'm upbeat, but I
Yeah.
just I'm quiet though.
You are
sometimes.
quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think people don't want to, most of us don't want to accept that we really do look for that validation through other people. I think it starts early, early in school, even in kindergarten,
even at
when you're
home.
at home and you're looking for
Sure.
that pat on the back, like,
Right.
good job, and you're like, yeah, and you're looking for that next validation to kind of, it starts to go down until you get that next pat on the back and it builds back up, and that's how we're doing it. We don't look for it like, okay, I'll go work out and that's a validation, or, those type of things. And
But I have a question for you. I think that, we're in a society in today's world that everybody wins a trophy.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I think that even though, there's things that happen that, trauma, whatever happens in our life, you have to look at the brighter side of life.
Absolutely.
I think that's really, people really need to understand that.
Absolutely, I've always, I grew up on a farm and I did, and lots of things throughout my world that I kind of always was kind of like this kid running around and always kind of had that.
Free.
Yeah, and then, but then different things happened, in my world that I really started even looking at it more. So I had all these years of experience around children and kind of just loved life. But then certain things started happening in my world that really started making me look at everybody else too. And I thought, how can I get out there and share with people that you only get one shot at this world, this life, and really start kind of to identify with themselves to fill their own joy tank and not look at the outside world or somebody else to do it for them.
Right.
Right.
And one of those first things was my daughter got cancer, had cancer. And I know
And she
lots
was
of,
young.
and she was 17, going into her high school, her senior year, and had cancer, and she got Hodgkin's, and it was a very trying time. And she went from that particular time, and then she got ABN, which is a bone disease, and had 11 areas that had to be drilled out of her legs to get rid of the dead bone.
It's amazing.
And
she looks great though. You would never,
she
you
did
would
an
never
awesome job going through that. And then after that got Graves' disease, and this was, they think it was all like results of the chemo.
Yeah, probably.
Although the chemo saved her life and I would do it again. I mean, CHOP did an amazing job with her. They saved her life. They were wonderful.
Yeah.
But in the meantime of that, I was having some back issues and went in for a back surgery that went terribly wrong, terribly wrong, and ended up with a drop foot, which is a drop foot's just, your foot doesn't work anymore. I can't lift it, move it.
Oh, okay.
So I need like a mechanism to keep it up. So I have
Gotcha.
several things to keep the foot up so I don't hit my toe and fall, which I do. You can't. Which I do, and my children, my two boys,
I
think
do
it's
that now.
like they can do without it, right? Yeah. So it's life changing, and in that period of time I was in ICU for 39 days because I got
Due to
13 blood clots. I was in a coma.
From minor back surgery.
I was in a coma,
With
had
a
to go
sick
back
daughter,
in.
with a sick daughter at home.
Right.
On top of it.
Yeah, I had to go back in for another surgery at the same period of time. It just went terribly, terribly
So
bad.
you were in a coma for how many days now?
Oh,
39 days?
no, I was in ICU for 39
Okay.
days. I was in and out, of the
Right.
coma. I was in and out of, they kept moving me back and forth to rehab. I had to
Right.
learn all of those life skills.
So you had to learn to
again.
walk again,
Yeah,
feed
had to,
yourself,
right, all
like a
those-
stroke victim.
Exactly.
Wow.
And it was very trying for the family. Went through a divorce, through the whole process.
it.
The children suffered terribly, particularly my youngest. It was a very trying time, but through it all, I thought, something
Is
I'm gonna-
happening.
you're gonna it's gonna be okay.
Right.
It's gonna be okay.
A lot of
And-
people would not have taken it that way. A lot of people would have probably just crawled under the covers and said, I'm done, this is it.
Right.
So I really think, you have to find your joy and find the reason to keep going.
And through the years, the wonderful years of teaching and the amount of support from friends and family and the community, I thought, you know what, let's get this out there and develop something and way more people have it way worse than I did. I'm not
Sure.
I'm not
Absolutely.
minimizing anything that anybody else
No,
had.
Right.
absolutely not.
But I thought, I'm comfortable getting out there and
and
giving
you
the
made,
message.
and you made it.
Mhm.
And you made it.
So I really want to get out there and get that message out there to people about that. And in the meantime, I thought, what else can I do for people that experience what I did with this foot? So I'm in the process of developing something for people that have drop foot, that have had strokes, and the university is working on it. It will be out soon so people can get out and exercise. It's not on the market yet. It will be in a couple months. And I'm hoping it's cheap where everybody can get it and use it, develop it for children. Really excited about it and excited to
Wonderful.
get out there and
That's
talk
great.
to, companies and just be able to do things for people, and get out
That's
there and
very
share.
important.
So I'm
That's
really
very
excited. And I'm really excited to be here with
I know,
you guys.
we're so
And
happy
this,
to have you.
this guy's really fun.
I know.
You guys are so cute. This is great.
Well, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back with Patty Jo Schaffer.
In a world where bankers have lost all interest, where robots and fat cats rule our fortunes, one woman will stand up and strive to do the impossible. Be treated like a person. Friends and neighbors will join her quest. Ordinary people will band together against the forces of corporate greed. And together they will form Philadelphia Federal Credit Union, already in a neighborhood near you.
Imagine the finest hand-selected USDA prime steak you'll ever have. The freshest line-caught seafood, our Wine Spectator award-winning wine list, and soul-satisfying desserts. Bring that together with the perfect date, the winning business deal, a memorable family celebration. Welcome to Rod's Steak and Seafood Grill in nearby Morristown, New Jersey. Bring your appetite and feed your passion.
Your credit score is yours, and at Experian Credit Expert, we want to help you really use it. With access to helpful Experian experts over the phone and online, we can help you use it to get a better idea of what info the banks have on you. Use it to get more choice of mortgages. Use it to make your money go further. Take the next step to improving your financial future with your free 30-day trial at Experian.co.uk.
Here at Freppy's Tex-Mex, you can definitely taste the freshness in our food. You should definitely come to Freppy's because it's a great place. You can bring your family, very kid-friendly. All my servers are amazing, friendly people. Everyone here is just happy to serve, and I think it shows. The thing that sets us apart is the quality and freshness of our food. And I think once you try it, you'd be coming back. I'm Joe DeSario, co-owner of Freppy's Tex-Mex in Plainfield, New Jersey.
Can I attach
And we're
this?
back.
Yes.
I'm Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee, here with my lovely show host, Charlene Chamberlain. And Char, who's our guest again?
Our guest is Miss Patty Jo Schaffer, and she's a motivational speaker, and she's been really filling us in on her journey, what actually brought her to this juncture in her life, and why she decided to give back to her community, to children, to businesses, and she had a very life-altering few years. And she's still with us, and she said this is her way of giving back. So it's pretty wonderful, and it's a pretty amazing journey that you've taken. So thank you, Patty.
Yeah, it's been great.
So
happy to be here with both of you, and they're a lot of fun. You guys got to keep watching them. They're awesome. This has been great. And on commercial break, they're really funny. They're great. They're really great.
It's like the blooper
It's
reel.
been so much fun. You got to see it. That's what you really got to watch. But yeah, I wanted to also tell you that I do have a website. It's called It Takes New Friends. It's all together. ittakesnewfriends.com or .org, .net. You can find it on any of it, which kind of talks about the things that we've been talking about, where people can reach me if they'd like me to do speaking engagement. And depending on the organization, some of it I do just completely free. Just come in and just talk to it. I do a lot of women's groups as well.
So if you are an organization that's like a nonprofit that's really in need, Patty Jo would be willing to donate her services. That's very nice.
Exactly. Breast feeding mothers too. I do some training for them as well. Hospitals, churches, whatever they like is fine. I also am an American Heart instructor, safety instructor.
CPR?
So, CPR, first aid.
Well, if you need that, she can do that too while she's
exactly.
there.
So I can do that as well. I also serve on the Pediatric and Adult Asthma Coalition of New Jersey. Really great organization for early childhood. Organizations, they should look into it. Should try to get the asthma-friendly certificate at their centers. I think it's really important for children.
Oh my gosh, so many kids.
Right.
You just had your little one was just at the hospital last month.
So if they're in, I don't know if your child's in group care or not, but it's a really important certificate to try to get. It gets all of the early childhood caregivers. They go through a training. They can do it online, but it really makes them aware of the importance of the different things they're wearing, if it's hairspray or perfume.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The different
Body
things
lotions.
that would impact children, the triggers for children, in the centers. Try to encourage parents, to at least make a statement not to smoke prior to coming into the center, those type of things. Also, I am a member, and we encourage people to at least look up the National Association for the Education of Young Children, which is NACY. They're good, and Early Learning Leaders is also a really good organization. Those are just organizations, that I think there's a lot of awesome ones. There's just a few that I'm mentioning that I think are really good for the early childhood field and to mention. But, I just can't say enough about the early childhood field, and I can get out there and talk about, curriculum.
So when you go to the schools, you are actually working with the teachers, right?
Okay. I can work with the teachers. I can help, directors if they want to, improve their curriculum. I'm a PDS, which is Professional Development Specialist through the CDA organization. So if they have staff that are trying to get their CDAs, they can go online and pick me as a PDS. I can come in and do observations of their staff so they can get their CDAs, which helps them become like head teachers or group teachers, just improve their, their professional development status, in the state of New Jersey.
Which is important.
Really important if they're working, with young children. Parents, when they're picking child development centers, they want to make sure that, those teachers in there are certified and, better, equipped to handle young children.
Sure.
There's the staff, that I train always laugh because we use 15 steps in changing one diaper. So they're always like, oh my goodness, yeah, there is.
Take it off
No, there's all these things, involved. For doing it. So.
Maybe that's what's wrong with a lot of the world. Their diapers weren't changed correctly.
Maybe so.
Exactly. So it's a lot of fun. I love it. I love getting out and speaking.
I know you do.
Love working with children, and the stories. I could come back and just tell you little stories of what children say. They would make you laugh all day long. So I have hundreds of those of 33 years of working with children.
Book.
That we could, yes. Many people say to me, you should just write a book.
They say
About the
that
things
they say the funniest
that they
things.
say. So
They
yes,
really do.
it's wonderful.
Yeah, and you wouldn't believe what they pick up on.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the things
Like
you don't really want them
sponges.
to.
Mhm.
What they do want to do and how observant they are in the world that, they might not comprehend what it is in the world, but they know what that thing just happened.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Paisley's my granddaughter, and she calls me me mom.
I know.
That's me mom, and her latest is 15 months old. Her latest is no, me mom. This is what she says to me. So I'm like, okay, Paisley.
She does the no word.
Yeah, she does. They get that done pretty quick.
Right.
Yeah.
So you did have a miracle occur. I know when your daughter was very, very ill, she was told that she would never, ever be able to have children, and?
She was. And Paisley was born at 9 pounds, 2 ounces, came into this world.
A few years later, so.
Yeah, so it was.
Never say never, and don't believe everything that the doctor
Yeah,
tell you.
exactly. Just like they said, you have a nice, easy surgery in and out, and that didn't end up like that at all as well. But everything had turned out like really well, and very, very excited, about how.
And we're excited about this. I think this is really pretty wonderful that this product is probably going to be on the market, and I think you told me you are also designing one that would be for children as well.
Yes, I'd like to. It's the product literally will help people get out and be able to exercise, and they'll be able to in and out. They would be able to be in races or walks with it.
Just comfort, the comfort level to be able to actually have the motion of a dancer. So I know that I would. Wow.
And it's not a wheelchair, something like that. It is for exercise. It's not out on the market anywhere now. And I would like to convert it for a child size, and so that children will be able to use it as well. I'm so excited about it.
Who are you working with on this?
I'm working with a university in the area, and they it's so exciting.
You're in the prototype stage.
Yes, it's almost done. Good. I just got to see it this week, and I had one correction in my brain, that I said, "Oh, can you please tweak it? Can you please tweak this?" And they were like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Because you have to understand that they are probably not afflicted with what you are. They're creating this for you, so.
Because I used to exercise a lot, and one morning I woke up and I just was like, in my head, I was like, I would love to have this. So I went online looking for it.
Yeah.
In my head, what I wanted. Looking for it. Couldn't find it. And so my brother draws really well. So I sat him down and I said, this is what I want. No, this. And we spent like days. Sure. I said, no, that's it. And so I took it to 2 universities, and one, just really wasn't interested. And the other one, when I was speaking in Orlando in Disney last April, called me and said, and they get like 500 offers in their
gosh, I'm sure.
And they picked 20, and they called me last April when I was in Disney and said, we're taking it.
Nice.
And I was
great.
so excited. Thank you. And so they've been working on it for a year, and it's ready to go live. And I've been working with some other people to try to, we're not there yet, but looking at trying to patent some of the the pieces on it. And take it live. And so
does it have a name
I don't have a name yet. I don't know what to call it. I'm struggling with that. And
the PJ
something. I'm not sure what to call it. And so hopefully I can get some people, to help me along the way with it, and we can get it going. I want to make it light, and I want to make it so it's
portable,
hackable, and
comfortable to wear.
Yeah, and get it out there, for people to be able to use. And I'm really excited about it. It's something I want to be able to, again, give back, because this has been so frustrating for me to have to live with, and it's permanent, and it shrinks your leg because you can't use your muscle. And I'm just so excited to be able to see people out there using it. Once people see it, they're going to be like, when the engineers were working on it, they said to me, I can't believe nobody's thought of this before. Why didn't we think of this before?
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about it. I just can't wait for people to see it. I said, I get the first one.
Of course you do.
So excited. So, yeah.
So where can people find you?
They can find me at ittakesnewfriends.com.
And we always like new friends.
Yes, and it's spelled just like that, ITS, newfriends.com. So I'm really excited about it, and I hope I can come back again and see you.
Yeah,
Sure, I didn't meet any before, but now I have my new friends here.
That's right, so you have new friends.
Yes.
Okay, we'll be back right after this commercial break.